Hello, everybody. My name is AfroDX, and today I'm going to be live reading and reviewing chapter 1098 of One Piece. And yeah, I'm going to be doing a full live read of it, going through it. Just for anyone who doesn't know or is new here, when I do a live read, I'm reading from tcbscans.com. So if you go there, you can read with it and get kind of an audiobook kind of feel, stuff like that. But yeah, that is what we're gonna be doing here. I'm just gonna take a few minutes to invite people to the stream. Try to get some warm bodies in here. Tricks should be showing up any minute now. Let's get on the streamer YouTuber hotline. Send it out to Nerdtastic News. All right. Let's see if we can't get a few people in here. But just while we're waiting here, I'm gonna give a short little recap of last week's chapter. So in chapter 1097, we had a flashback of we were still in the flashback of Kuma. We're getting some people in. We're getting some people in here. Shout out Dole. Very nice. Thank you, Juliet. We got Trix the Anime Hater in here. Thank you, you guys for showing up. It's funny, Trix. I actually said Trix should be in here any minute now. Not that I'm taking you for granted, which I don't. I just have come to expect you. But yeah, last week in 1097, we were in Kuma's flashback and pretty much watched Kuma and Ginny grow up and stuff. And pretty much found out that Kuma was a priest that for years had been taking on the pain of all the old people of the Sorbet Kingdom, who were being abused by the king. And kind of how he and Ginny joined the Revolutionary Army, excuse me. And yeah. And then at the end of the chapter, then Ginny got captured by somebody. We don't know who, but it's just reported that she got captured. Chapter 1098 is titled The Birth of Bonney, and so I'm really excited. This is probably hopefully, we don't know Oda's mindset, but this is probably where we're gonna find out when Jewelry Bonney's born, what happened with all that, and this chapter will likely also reveal if Jewelry Bonney is in fact a just a little girl pretending to be a woman with her devil fruit. So um it's been about 5 minutes in. That's good timing. We are gonna get started, ladies and gentlemen. This is One Piece, chapter 1098, The Birth of Bonney. So, starting off, we have the cover story of cover request by Skywalker Brook powering his electric guitar solo with an electric eel. Uh, and on his pants is written, "Sorry, Oda, this year's manuscript is unfinished." That's funny. That's very funny. Oda says the One Piece anime's 25th anniversary celebratory banquet was at Ryogoku Kokugikan Arena recently. I had a lot of fun stuffing myself, but it's time to get back to work. Um, Thanks for all the work you do, Oda, and you deserve to stuff yourself. And so happy that One Piece is 25 years old now. That's absolutely awesome. All right, heading into the chapter. Revolutionary Army HQ Baltigo. Requesting backup. The Toomey uprising in the South Blue is looking bleak. The expanding tides of revolution? We can't. Our hands are full. Dealing with the wounded at Goa. Eva-chan. Eva-chan. I'll go. Don't be rash, Kuma. You've been acting reckless ever since that day. What the? This guy's huge. Where did you come from? State your name. Ginny's been captured? Oh, that look. That look. We've never actually seen Kuma angry before, and I think this is angry Kuma. Yes, sir. It seems she cut the eye of a celestial dragon. They took her on a government ship because the celestial dragon wanted to make her his bride. So she was captured by a celestial dragon. We won. After 3 years of struggling, we couldn't have done it without the Revolutionary Army. The enemy took us by surprise. It was the Revolutionary Army again. Here's to the Revolutionary Army, the heroes of the people. Please forgive us. Dragon, it's me. I've worn myself out. I'll have to return by ship. We're so sorry. Around 2 years have passed since Commander Ginny of the Revolutionary Army was kidnapped. Why? Why? To be wed to a celestial dragon. We're nearly there, Bonney. Kuma, it's Ginny. She's on the line right now. What? Hey! Kumachi, I finally made it back to the surface. Ginny! They didn't want me around after I got sick. I was thrown away. What a stroke of luck. You're sick? I wanted to see everyone one last time, but this call will have to be our goodbye. What? What are you talking about, Ginny? Where are you? I can be there in an instant. I was afraid I'd never see you again. Kumachi, sorry, but I'm at death's door. I'm glad you care about me, really, but you shouldn't come when I'm like this. Dragon, big bro, Kuma. Kumachi has a big heart. Please take care of him for me. There's only one place she'd go now. Get out of the way. Poof. Kuma-san and Kumachi, I just want you to know I love you. Always have, always will. Gotcha. Kuma, you're back? Where's Ginny? She's here, right? She is, but I'm afraid it happened when she was exposed to natural light. Her face, her entire body, it turned all blue in the sun, and her skin hardened like stone. Kumachi, I'm just so happy. What could have done this to her? Hey Kumachi, let's get married. Wouldn't it make you happy? Hug. She burned up her remaining time, exposing herself to the sun so she could cross the ocean and make it home to us. Why? Why? Because she wanted to ensure her baby's safety. Why? Why? You can rest now, Ginny. I swear, I'll raise her well. That's all wrong. You're tilting the bottle too much. Is this better? Bonnie-chan still looks uncomfortable. I'll show you how it's done. She's so cute. And if you're gonna be sleeping next to her, make sure her cot is like an iron cage. We can't have you smushing her in your sleep with that massive body. Ooh, you're quite the heavy drinker, Bonnie-chan. I'm sure you'll be just as much of a glutton as Ginny was. I'm still hungry. Daddy! We see scenes of Bonnie growing up and all of the elderly people loving her, and Kuma giving her just the best life and defending her. And Kuma also continuing to fight in the Revolutionary Army. Wow. And her cot literally being in an iron cage. And Sabo fighting against Kuma? Interesting. Kuma? What in the world are you doing? You've boarded up all the church's windows. Close the door. Take a look here below her eye. Is that a blue stone? Hey, isn't that... It looks just like what Ginny had at the end. I'll call a doctor. Thank you. It's caused by sunlight, you say? Are you sure? Why don't we try taking her outside? Are you insane? It doesn't seem to be white lead poisoning. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with this condition. You're quitting the Revolutionary Army? What? Bonnie's contracted the same disease her mother had? Yes. I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but I have to stay by her side. I understand it's important to live without regrets. We can use our contacts to reach out to the doctors all over the world for her. I owe you, Dragon. 7 years ago, when Bonnie was 5. Uka! Run away! The vampire's gonna eat us! And stay out, you twerps! Bonnie, age 5. Bleh! This is as far as you can go, right? I dare you to take a step out here, you ugly vampire. Eat this. Bet the Holy Cross is your weakness. Look at it shine. We're in a church, dummy. I'll show you who's boss. I'm coming after you. What? Bonnie, stop. Please, you can't go outside. Even standing near the doorway can give you the ouchies. I know you're such a worrywart, Dad. I was just kidding. Please don't even joke about it. Okay, I hate it when you get all sad and worried anyway. You're such a good kid. Stop being such a crybaby, Dad. Those jerks, they made fun of my face stones again. Are they really that weird? It's not like I can help them. I didn't ask to get sick. You mean your jewels? What? They're just jealous because you've got such pretty jewelry. You think so? You betcha. I love them. Hey, Bunny, if you were to go on a trip, where would you like to go? For when you're better, I mean. Oh, I know. Have you heard about the legendary Sky Islands? There are islands way up in the air? That's right. I read about it in this book. It's close to the sun, so maybe we'll see Nika up there. You'd love that, right, Dad? Dun 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 dun. Dun. That sounds like a grand adventure. We can go there to have a big celebration for your 20th birthday. Where should we go for your 19th? Fishman Island. After examining your daughter, I've concluded that she suffers from sapphire scale. I'm afraid it's incurable. You know what it is? And sorry to ask, but can you please speak a bit quieter? These days you almost never see it. Those stones grow exponentially when bathed in any form of natural light like the sun or moon. But even if you completely prevent any exposure, I'm afraid it's only a matter of time before the disease catches up with you. Forgive me for being so blunt, but your daughter has another 5 years at best. It'll be a miracle if she reaches her 10th birthday. I'm afraid it's simply terminal, going by our current scientific understanding of it. It'll be over by her 10th birthday? This isn't fair. She's already growing into such a strong woman. Is there really no cure? Boo! Wah! Bonnie, I thought you were asleep. I heard it all. You said it'll be over by my 10th birthday, right? Your 10th? I have no idea what you're talking about. I heard you say it. Hey, are you crying? Is it something I said? Ah, yes. He said when you're 10, it was about your illness, Bonnie. That stupid doctor. He told me that your condition is going to continue as it is till you're 10. Huh? It's such an appalling amount of time. I couldn't help but get down after that. That means I'll be all better when I'm 10, right? So we can go on those trips. Isn't that right, Daddy? Oh no. What have I done? Of course. By the time you turn 10, you'll be cured. Yippee. What am I going to do? A familiar nightmare would soon descend on the kingdom of Sorbet only 1 year later. Kuma, you've got to save us. King Bakori has returned, and he's just as monstrous as ever. It's just like 16 years ago. He still wants to cut loose the country's deadweight. He's going to burn the people in their homes. The never ending tragedy continues to unfold. What? And the only thing worse than King Bakori returning to destroy the people of Sorbet is that we are unfortunately on break next week. Um, so uh pretty much long and short of it is we are still in the Kuma flashback, but we do have it confirmed that um Ginny is Bonnie's mother. Um and we it is confirmed due to just how much time has passed that Bonnie is actually a little girl. Here's my theory. My theory is that the reason that Bonnie stays as an adult is because um her devil fruit she used her devil fruit to turn into an adult pretty much to bypass the 10th birthday death sentence for her because of the sapphire scale sickness. And I'm guessing that her adult form is actually an alternate future of Bonnie where she doesn't have the sapphire scale, because we don't irregular Bonnie, we don't see her with any sapphire scales or any jewels on her face or anything. So um that's what I'm guessing, is that Bonnie decided to become an adult uh, and um, pretty much go into an alternate future of herself. Um, and then sometimes when she's a child, I'm guessing she reverts back to being under 10 years old. And as long as she never ages to 10 years old, she can't die from the sickness or something. Or maybe she's just constantly living in an alternate future and past of her own life. Um, so yeah. Um, but yeah, it makes me so sad. The biggest thing that makes me so sad about all of this is seeing Kuma be so alive and seeing him be so animated and loving and caring and taking care of Bonnie like she's gold, and knowing that the rest of his life after like after like a couple more months in the actual time, the rest of his life is going to be as a cold, unfeeling cyborg. um and I I hate it. I really just hate that they literally took the sweetest, most kind, most loving man and they turned him into a heartless, cold robot. Um and it honestly, it makes me hate the world government all the more. Like there's so many reasons to hate the world government, but this kind of takes the cake for it. Like the celestial dragons and the world government, their whole thing is just like, if we don't like you, we are going to tear everything good away from you and we're going to make your life a living hell. um and it's horrible, it's awful. But the story we're being given. What's interesting is in about the middle here. So it looks like um, what was written on Brooks' pants in the cover story was the manuscript wasn't done. And in the middle, we're actually on the TCB scans, at least, we're actually getting to see the rough drawings of Oda, which is really, really cool. Um, but yeah, uh, I did like that we got to see that panel of Angry Kuma. Angry Kuma, Angry Kuma is top tier. Um, but yeah, uh, yeah, he has so much responsibility, he has so much burden, he has so much weight um on his shoulders, and then on top of that, whenever the king comes back to like hurt the people of the Sorbet Kingdom, um like he's the first person he goes to. He's like they call him the tyrant of the Sorbet Kingdom, but really he's the hero of the Sorbet Kingdom because he's who everybody goes to whenever there's trouble. But yeah, uh lot of pain, a lot of sadness in this chapter, despite it being about Bonnie's youth and growing up and stuff. Um but if you have any theories about Bonnie, um, or her devil fruit, or whatever is surrounding her story, definitely put them in the comments. And um, sorry, I can definitely talk about them next week. Kind of when we do or not next week, in 2 weeks, when we do like a recap at the beginning, because yeah, we're on break next week. But yeah, This this was a bittersweet chapter, especially considering what we know is coming. So yeah. And I feel like that's what Oda likes to do. He likes to give us some answers, and he also likes to hit us in the feels at the same time. Answers and feels. Uh, he's like, you want answers to your theories? Fine, I'm gonna make you cry at the same time. But yeah, this was a good chapter. Um. Oh, good. I wanted to bring this up. Thank you for pointing this out, Trick. So Bonnie is a celestial dragon. Um. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I mean, you kind of just got to put it out there. When she was kidnapped, Ginny was not pregnant, as far as we know. So, I'm I'm guessing that Ginny was assaulted by a celestial dragon and had a kid out of that. And so, yes, technically, Bonnie is half celestial dragon. Um, which might be honestly why that this might be like secretly why Saturn is trying not to hurt her. Um, yeah, this might be why Saturn is secretly trying not to hurt her. Um, because he knows if he hurts her, he'll be um like hurting a celestial dragon, pretty much. And honestly, well, that would make it really, really cool if Bonnie joined the Straw Hats, because then the Straw Hats would be completely untouchable by um the world government and pretty much the pirates. Yeah, if Bonnie joins them, they have a celestial dragon on their on their crew, and they really can't be touched, or at least she can't be touched. Um, but yeah, interesting, interesting. Um, This sickness reminds me of a law of sickness with his island seems on purpose. Yeah, that is true. Law also had a incurable in 3 months. Um so yeah, maybe it's a similar thing. Um Trig says, damn, Kuma's just a bit. He is. Kuma is just the best father. Like if we're looking at like top 10 lists of best fathers in anime, which if you could make a top 10 list of best alive fathers in anime, it'd be a miracle. But yeah, Kuma like at least top 3. Like there is now a spectrum of fathers in anime. Um for good and bad fathers. There is Bartholomew Kuma at the top and like Shao Tucker at the very bottom. And that is the entire spectrum. Um but yeah, uh Kuma definitely top tier dad, top tier single dad. Um so yeah, impressive. Um I think it's cool that when he's talking to Ginny on the snail, he says, I can be there in an instant, which does point out that either the Revolutionary Army's base and the Sorbet Kingdom are very close together, or it points out that um, uh, Kuma can alter how fast he is pretty much making himself or other people fly. Uh, because it took 3 days for Luffy to go from the Sabati archipelago to Amazon Lily. Um, but it took differing amounts of time. So maybe Sorbet Kingdom and Revolutionary Army base are just very close together. Uh, but yeah, no, he was gone instantly. That's an interesting figure for dads. Yeah, I should put it on my list to make a fathers of anime tier list. That would be interesting. But yeah, that is all for this week. We're on break next week, so we will come back. We will be back. So not next Thursday, but the Thursday after, which I'm guessing, or not next Friday, but the Friday after, which I'm guessing, um, we will be back on Black Friday is going to be the next chapter. But yeah, this is a tale of pirates, powers, and the quest to be the king of them all. Stay tuned for the next piece of One Piece. To be continued.